It's Week 18 of the NFL, and our focus is on George Pickens. There are few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Steelers and the Commanders, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders,
they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Pickett, and this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's Pickett.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
Got a man, it's Rodriguez.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. They're having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a different story.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. That one complete to Elliott. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the right, this is Cruz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to Rodriguez.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Now a run with Rodriguez.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Chris Rodriguez, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
2nd and 5. Pickett back to throw. Quick completion here to Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 47.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down at a yard. Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Jamin Davis
came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Pickett.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. They'll set up to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet.
After review of the play.
So take away the touchdown there as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. T.J. Watt gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board for a CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We score on offense. Can you keep up with us?
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Washington offense back out there. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Ordinarily, 3rd down is a passing down, but how about that explosive run right there? And when you get a run like that, that means everything came together. Offensive linemen, they didn't just get to the first guys. They got to the second level to help downfield. And I've always said, any run over 7 yards means the wide receivers have done an excellent job blocking downfield.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Here's Rodriguez. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 14, 1st down Commanders.
Let's go now. 65, 65, 79 Broncos. 19 Lions. Go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Cameron Hayward able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. This to McLaurin out on the left side.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, a 14-yard touchdown.
And Washington has taken the lead. Sly on for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Pickett. That is caught. And he will have the Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Pickett.
He gets it complete to Harris. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Pickett trying to get his guys up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw completes a Freiermuth.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Pickett now on 1st down. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
He finds his man Johnson. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Pickett sets up play action.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game.
As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with John. Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
The DTR going to throw it here.
It's complete to Cruz. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Ready, break.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run here with Rodriguez.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. And sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jamin Davis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Pickett back to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create cap.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Elliott stays on his feet, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Rodriguez. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 69 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This is Elliott. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Ezekiel Elliott. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward, though.
Without a doubt, and sometimes I think the offensive line gets a little bit more inspiration when they know that guy's going to get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often. They want to reward him for all that good blocking he does as well.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Pickens going in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And shutting him off now open field. Oh, what a... There he goes, left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball down the field as well.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. if you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
Here's Elliott. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. A gain of 3, second down.
To throw his DTR.
He's got his man Cruz. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so smart he got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington.
Chris Rodriguez.
His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game.
And the Commanders stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Slide for the PAT.
And the lead is up to 14. 5 plays there on that drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Pickett now from the gun here.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly.
And now some space to operate. And he'll be out right at the 35.
147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down.
Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. So Mike Tomlin correct in his assessment to throw the flag there.
Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Washington offense set to take over.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Thompson Robinson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
So here's Pickett and the Steelers.
Down by 7. 1:55 remaining. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score.
Now Pickett connecting with Johnson.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Here's Pickett.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. But a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on against the end, they'll kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great. But they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Pickett to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That is intercepted.
Picked off by Ronald Darby. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw here. Pickett. That's going to be...
Oh, no, lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon.
Now Pickett. Got an open man. It's Pickens.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Pickett to throw. That's caught by Johnson.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Here's Pickett. That is caught.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one